why on earth did I move to Texas? I wanted to talk to you guys today about why I moved from New York to Texas. First, my husband, who was my fiance at the time, he moved here. His field is engineering, and they have way more opportunity in Texas for engineers. At first, our dream state to live in was New Jersey. I guess he knew an engineer there who was successful, and he was like, hey, New Jersey's a beautiful place. We just knew we didn't want to stay in New York. However, if he had found the perfect opportunity, he would have stayed in New York. However, he didn't find the perfect opportunity. At the time, I was an accountant. He moved in May of 2015, started a job. They sent me to Houston for a job for like a month. I was like, what? I'm going to Houston? This works out. I'm gonna see my man. He's in Houston too. This is just perfect. It was just perfect timing. And I got to see how Houston was. It was pretty chill. I'm from the suburbs in Long Island, so it's kind of comparable to that. It's nothing like New York City at all. So if you're from Brooklyn, Staten Island, Bronx, Queens, you know, the boroughs, then you would really appreciate Houston because it's almost like a Long Island, but everywhere is like Long Island. So the number one reason was because my husband found a job here. If he had found a job anywhere else, I gladly would have moved anywhere with him. Now let me tell you why you should move to Texas. First of all, number one, everything is cheaper than New York. You're from New York like me, you know how expensive it can get. Rent is expensive, although I never paid rent because I lived with my mom and dad. But rent is expensive, crazy expensive. Groceries are expensive, everything is expensive. The first time I came here, I went shopping. I bought everything my heart desired because my company was paying for it. So I bought everything that I wanted to buy, bought everything that I could think of. And when they rung it up, it was like, yeah, total is $55, ma'am. And I'm like, $55? What? For all of this? Yeah, it's really cheap. Groceries are cheaper. If you go to fast food is cheaper. I started to see that, okay, things are cheaper and you get a lot more for your money. So, typical apartment in Brooklyn, you're not gonna have much square footage. It's gonna be really tight. The hallways or the elevators will smell like pee. The staircases will smell like pee. It's gonna be horrible. But here, it's totally different. It's like they have like these beautiful brick apartments. You have pool. You have a little park and little playground for the kids, and sometimes you have like a water fountain. It's just so beautiful. And then you pay like a fraction of what you're paying for rent. So I will tell you, my first apartment was 2,100 square foot and we paid $1,200 a month. Now I'm talking about beautiful apartment, huge. If I do have a video, I will insert it here. It was our very first apartment.
Okay, so this is back in 2016, our first apartment. I don't have video of our guest room and bathroom, or the master bathroom and the master bedroom. I just found this clip in my phone. It also had a huge balcony, but you can tell from the pictures that it's a very nice, spacious apartment, and a horrible decor. I don't mind that.
And we didn't pay much. So think about it. $1,200 in New York, you're probably gonna get like maybe 800 square foot, maybe a little tiny room. You know, it's not gonna be a lot for $1,200. I mean, like literally it was a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,200. Huge living room, huge master, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. You have access to a computer, access to the pool. I mean, you have parking, it's free. You could get covered parking for an extra $50 a month. Actually, the covered parking came free. It was the garage if you wanted an extra $50 a month, which is not even a lot. So, I mean, that was one of our big takeaways, the way we live. Texas is really large. So if you want privacy, if you don't want everyone all up in your business, Texas is a really good place to move to because you're kind of spread out. You really have to travel about 30 minutes to visit anyone, minimum 30 minutes. Also, it's cleaner. It's a lot cleaner than New York. New York is very cluttered, polluted, I would say. People just throw things on the floor. If they're done eating their Chinese food, you'll see the styrofoam on the floor. I mean, it's horrible. But here, I feel like they take pride in Texas. They take pride in themselves. And so you'll see people put stuff in the garbage. People are more mindful of that. Another reason we moved to Texas is people are more religious, I would say, down here. They're more into God. You could say a majority of Texas are Christians, and so we love that. I mean, there's Christian schools down here. There's lots of churches, and I want my children to grow up around that. I want to be around that. The weather is so much better. Okay, yeah, it's hot. It is hot, really hot. And I mean, the first time last year was the first time I got tired of the heat. I was like, okay, what I wouldn't give for a little New York City weather right now, because it was hot. And that was one of the reasons why I loved Texas, because I was so tired of the snow. But you know, it can get pretty extreme here. Hot to the point you get a headache. I mean, hot to the point where you can't go outside because it's just crazy. You can't enjoy the outdoors because it's just too hot. So that's where it gets kind of like, you know. But I'd rather that than be in the snow. You know, it's hot for most of the time, most of the year here, which I love. One of the major reasons why I was so happy to move to Texas. People are so polite here. People are so hospitable. They're very gracious, friendly, willing to help. And I love that. In New York City, if you bump someone on the street, they're not even looking back. They don't say excuse me. They really don't care. But here it's you know, it's good morning. It's good afternoon. It's how are you doing? How are y'all? I mean, people are very, very kind here. When they say how you doing, they really want to know how you are doing. Lastly, everything's bigger in Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. I'm talking dessert, the portions, the portion size, the food. You can easily gain weight here, so you have to be careful. But I love that. I love that there's so many restaurants to try. I love that they have the rodeo each year where you get out and you know, you go explore, you get to see things. It's not as busy, it's not as outgoing as New York or New York City, but I love that because I love going outdoors, but don't get me wrong, I need my me time sometimes. So I love that. It's a great place to raise children, a great place to build a family, so many churches to choose from. I'm Nigerian, and there's plenty of Nigerians here. There's like so many Nigerian, African markets here. It's like corner stores. I love that. I can get food anywhere. So many restaurants. I love that. So I do cherish that part of Texas. If you needed a reason to move, come on down. You will get a cut in your pay if you're moving from New York, but trust me, it's worth it because you don't pay state tax here. So it's about to be the same. I promise you. I got a pay cut, right? I got a pay cut from moving from New York to Texas. I got a pay cut about $10,000 or maybe $8,000 pay cut. Didn't feel it. My check was the same. The same. No state tax. Yeah, I wanted to encourage you all, if you're looking to move here, now is the time. They're building homes. They're building it like every day. So you want to get in before everyone buys it all up, and then you gotta, you know, get a higher priced home. Now is the time. Now is the time to move. Make the decision to move, and you won't regret it. I love Texas. If you have any questions, if you want to share this video to someone who might need the extra little push, let me know. Share the message. like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know why you moved to Texas. I'd love to find out. Where are you staying? Maybe if it's not Houston, you know, where in Texas did you move and why do you like it? Bye.